What's going on, agents? It's LtBuzzLitebeer, and in case you haven't yet switched on your PC, PlayStation, or Xbox, Update 1.6.1 has gone live this morning for the Division, and in this video, I wanted to touch on some of the highlights of this quality of life features update. I will leave a link to the Ubisoft website in the video description below so you can review all of these new patch notes in their entirety, but the first item you need to know is that Update 1.6.1 does not bring any new content to the Division. This means no new PvE content, no new Last Stand maps, and no new directives, which are set to launch later this year in the form of seasons. At the center of Update 1.6.1 is the implementation of loadouts to your player's user interface, which will allow you to save up to a maximum of 6 loadouts per character. Loadouts save everything, including your gear, mods, weaponry, talents, and skills to one of the 6 save slots and allow for fast swaps while in the field. For those of you that are subbed to my channel, I posted a video during the PCPTS showcasing this new loadout system and exactly how they worked. The first item of interest when it comes to loadouts is that in order to swap to your new loadout, all gear pieces for your loadout must be in your agent's backpack. If you have moved a saved item from your backpack to your stash, it will not instantly remove the needed item in order to complete your saved loadout. You will need to retrieve the item to your backpack in order to complete the loadout, or replace and save your new configuration in order to finalize your loadout preset. The second and more troubling item, one of which I mentioned many times to the devs during a recent State of the Game address, is that you can only switch your loadouts when out of combat. This means if your radar is picking up enemies at the very edge of your radar range, you will be prohibited from switching loadouts until your radar is completely clear of enemies, just like when our radar picks up NPCs and prohibits us from fast traveling. Aim Assist will no longer be activated when players hipfire with controllers, and a major bug involving revives not working properly has been fixed. In addition, a bug where resistance to status effects will still be counted as a chance to resist the effect altogether on top of reducing its duration has been reworked and corrected. The resistance value will now correctly only reduce the duration of a status effect. In addition, a bug that really bothered me, especially when tackling legendary difficulty daily missions, was fixed, where grenades thrown by LMB soldiers would sometimes apply stagger and damage before they actually detonated. Backpack inventories will be increased up to a maximum of 120 items to make the ability to carry the necessary gear pieces for 6 different loadouts a reality. Level 34 extended magazines will now roll between 109 and 121%, but will not be retroactive. Nimble, as I reported, will now apply healing over time in 4 ticks over 4 seconds without the need to attach to cover. Rejoice, agents! Ninja Bike Backpack has been removed from the loot tables completely until the devs can rework it into something useful and meaningful. In addition, most of the elemental damage talents have been revamped as they were not applying correctly and certain skills were not displaying in the user interface. Burstfire weapons will now have a maximum RPM to remove the scroll wheel auto-fire exploit on PC, including the MP5A4, FAL, SA58, and 93R. In addition, base flinch values have been significantly reduced on all weapons and will be implemented into PvP and PvE, where enemy weapons will cause less flinch against us. Quite a few skill changes or fixes have been included, with the most notable being to Seeker Mines, and that the fire effects of airburst can be cleansed by medkits, and stagger effect has been completely removed from this mod. A few mission bug fixes were implemented, including Grand Central, Times Square Power Relay, Napalm Production Site both on Standard and Legendary difficulty, and Hudson Refugee Camp. Stolen Signal had 4 bug fixes included, as well as several other incursions involving final enemy waves not spawning in correctly. Survival received 5 changes, including players being able to group up even in solo survival sessions, locations where players were getting stuck, hunters spawning incorrectly during extractions, and groups being disbanded prematurely. Last Stand was clearly a focus of Update 1.6.1, and I encourage you to review the patch notes for this game mode as they were extensive. And finally, as I reported to my channel, the Dark Zone received design changes to certain areas that promoted rogue players camping and now allow players more balanced attack paths. UI fixes and PC-specific fixes were also implemented, including changes to DX12, and I once again refer you to the patch notes for full details. Hopefully, I have informed you enough, or at least wasted enough of your time for your chosen platform to download and install Update 1.6.1, so get to gaming, agents. But before you sign out, if you could take the time to rate the video with a thumbs up, it would be greatly appreciated. If you want some more of my Division content in your life, make sure to pound that sub button and follow me on Twitter at LtBuzzLitebeer. And remember, for my channel, likes, comments, subs are loved. Until my next Division video, this has been LtBuzzLitebeer saying peace out.